In this video, I want to share some insights about what I've learned in business and in joining masterminds and surrounding myself with the right people to be more relationally based, not transactionally based. I'm going to give you some insights on my 3-year rule, which I do not do anything unless I can see myself doing it for at least 3 years. I'm going to go over exactly why in this video. I want to talk to you guys real quick about the benefits and the value of relationship capital. What I mean by that is, I have a lot of different relationships. I have a lot of different people that I've connected with over the years, and a lot of people that I've done business with or no longer do business with, and have introduced me to other individuals that have grown my network and my ability to accomplish big things because of the relationships. And I think it's one of those things, relationship capital, that a lot of people kind of like overlook. And I think it's more powerful than anything. You guys know how adamant I am about masterminds and how profound they are. I'm a member of 6 different mastermind groups, and then I run 2 different groups. Like, that's how impactful they are and how much I believe in them because of the relationship capital that's created for me. Access to deals, access to private money, access to team building, to business insights, to other different types of relationships that help me level up, not only in business, but also in relationships, also in health, and all these different things. One of the limitations that I see in some of these groups are people who are coming in for more transactional type of connections versus more relationship-driven type of connections. Let me give you an example. I joined this one mastermind back in early 2018. It's a mastermind that's very developed and very been around for a long time, and there's a lot of people who've been in there for a long time. And when somebody new joins a mastermind and they go in just looking to extract and take and take and take, they usually get spun out within about a year. And they only join for a year, they don't have a long-term commitment, and it's all about what they can get out of it. A true relationship and developing with relationship capital is how much can you give? And just by the laws of the universe, the more you give, the more you receive, right? And you don't just receive what you give, you receive many times more than what you give. So the more you give, if you really understand that concept, the more success you're gonna have and the more you're going to get out of the whole thing. So when I joined this mastermind a few years ago, there were a lot of people who kind of sit back, very wise individuals, and they don't do anything with you initially. I was kind of the new kid on the block. I had a lot of cool things going on. It was really when I started growing and getting a lot of attention for my apartment buildings. And even though with that attention, many people in that mastermind wouldn't invest with me. They wouldn't put capital with me. They kind of were a little bit standoffish and arm's length. The second year that I renewed, into the second year, some of those relationships opened up, right? They saw that I had been there for a year. They got to know me over multiple masterminds. I wasn't there for the transactional side of things. I wasn't there to take. They saw that I was actually making an investment, more of a longer term investment. By the 3rd year, and now I'm in my 4th year of that mastermind now, it's opened up the doors to every single person in there. All right, now I'm kind of in the middle of the pack, maybe even one of the ones who's been there longer. And so the people who've been there even longer than me are open to doing deals with me. They're open to lending money to me. And it's opened up doors and opportunities because they know who I am, right? I've developed the relationship there that was not transactional. It was relationally driven. And I see a lot of people who come into different masterminds with, I'm gonna join 1 year and see how it does for me. I think in anything, you gotta make at least a 3-year commitment. I have a rule that's the 3-year rule. And here's how this breaks down. In year 1, it's typically the planting phase, okay? You're planting the seeds, right? You're not harvesting in year 1, you are planting in year 1. You're putting feelers out there, you're making the connections, you're developing the relationships, right? You're getting to know people, you're getting to know who you really like and who you really want to spend time with and who maybe you don't totally click with. And you're really just getting to know everybody the first year that you're in a mastermind. The second year is more the cultivation phase. All right, now I understand what you're all about. Now you understand what I'm all about. Like, how do we do deals together? How do we partner up on things? How do we joint venture? Like, and you just start talking, and it's more cultivating now of those relationships. By year 3, deals are getting done, right? You're clicking, you got joint venture partnerships, you're raising money, you're doing deals, you're partnering up, you're collaborating, you're structuring vacations to go together and do masterminds or breakaways and all these different things, because you've gone through the phases of planting, cultivating, and then harvesting. Here's where the real benefit comes in, is in year 4 and beyond. In year 4 and beyond, this is where you get to consume, right? Like, this is where all that hard work now has compounded, and it makes it even easier. Now you're one of the people who are a veteran in that organization. You're looked up to instantaneously when somebody new joins, right? It takes many, many years of commitment and developing relationships in order to then automatically have that credibility and that edification as soon as somebody new starts it. And now you can develop the relationships faster, get more deals sooner, quicker. Any hurdle that you face, you're able to punch through it in a more rapid manner because you were relationally driven, not transactionally driven. You know, we all overestimate what we can accomplish in a year, but we all grossly underestimate what we can do in 3, 4, 5 years. I'm telling you, you got no idea. If you put your head down, if you keep on working, you don't look left, you don't look right, you just keep doing the work, and you make the commitment 3, 4, 5 years to anything that you do. I will not start a business unless it's got a 3-year unless I see myself doing it 3 years down the road. I will not join a group unless I see myself doing it for at least 3 years, because I know that that's when the real connections and the real value really start to hit. So the 3-year rule, make sure you are out there committing to it. If you do join a mastermind, make sure you commit at least 3 years to that mastermind. Be relationally driven, not transactionally driven in what you do. So I hope that was helpful. Make sure that you're abiding by the 3-year rule. There's a lot of dangly, shiny objects, dangly carrots out there that want to take you off of your path of focus and want to lead you astray. But if you don't see yourself doing it for the next 3 years, don't do it. I see these e-commerce stores popping up and people jumping ship and trying to jump into e-commerce in order to get rich quick. I see people trying to get rich quick in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I see people trying to get rich quick in real estate and in many other different businesses. If you don't see yourself doing it and you're not willing to make a commitment of at least 3 years, don't do it. All right? Have a long-term mindset. Do not be transactional in what you do. Be relationally driven in what you do. And you got to give it at least 3 years. If this is helpful for you, please share it. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell so you get the newest updates on new videos that are popping. And let other people know if this is helpful for you. It's going to be helpful for someone else. So I appreciate you. Until next time, be your best. Hey, so obviously I put out a ton of free content on all the different social media platforms, but I have a lot of people who are looking for something a little bit more formal on how to invest in apartment buildings. So if that's you, come out to Commercial Empire. I have a 2-day high intensive course that gives you really the A to Z on how to invest in apartment buildings. It's a 2-day event. It's done virtually. You don't have to travel. Would love to have you out there. Appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you at the next event.